Moniz and Leucotomy. Iges Moniz. Iges Moniz was born on November 29, 1874 in Aveiro, Portugal. He died on December 13, 1955 in Lisbon, Portugal. During his life, Moniz attended medical school in Portugal, before later traveling to France, where he studied neurology and psychiatry under Jean Athanas Sicard, Joseph Babinski, Pierre-Marie, and Joseph Jules de Journey. He later returned to Portugal and became head of the neurology department at the University of Lisbon. Moniz on neurology. Moniz believed that it was important to visualize the blood vessels in the brain in order to determine the more precise location of brain tumors. He experimented by injecting radiopaque dyes into brain arteries. This allowed for photographs and anomaly tracings. However, his experiments were not successful. He next experimented utilizing a 25% sodium iodide solution. It was a safer approach and created a clear angiogram, the first of its kind. This later led to the use of angiography in the detection of internal carotid artery occlusions. Moniz later developed the method of leucotomy, or what is known today as lobotomy. His interest was first sparked after reading papers where a chimpanzee's behavior was changed after extracting its frontal lobes, and later when a stockbroker with a large frontal meningioma had parts of his frontal lobe removed and later exhibited a change in behavior as well. Moniz concluded that perhaps mentally ill patients, those with obsessive and melancholic disorders, could change their behaviors via excisions of their frontal lobe. Moniz developed a needle-like instrument with a retractable wire loop. This later became called a leucotome. It had the ability to travel through the posterior aspect of the frontal lobe because it could cut through the white matter fibers of the brain. This later became called leucotomy, which was cutting away white matter in the brain. Prior to this instrument method, Moniz had used alcohol to destroy parts of the frontal lobe. One would drill a hole into the head and then insert ethanol to destroy white matter. Therefore, this experiment was a safer and hopefully a better way of cutting through the frontal lobe.